right? Yeah, just as I was getting on here, my hair fell. You know, sometimes it's hard to get those clips just right. Good grief. Hey, good morning. Well, it's a prettier day here than it has been. You can tell there is a sun. And the temperature says it's like in the 40s, but it feels like 60s. I think it's because of the humidity. You know, it's thawing out, and so I don't know. That's just my guess. So I want to talk to you about something kind of serious. It's actually one of my greatest accomplishments if I pay attention to it. Oh, I just put on castor oil, and I just wanted to feel my face again before I put on makeup. I have been in what I would call a bad mood. Not with you guys, because you're my sanity. I hope you have someone you can be seen with. But also my therapist and my sponsor. You know, when I was younger, I didn't let anybody get to know the real me. Matter of fact, I didn't know the real me. I was busy trying to be appropriate. I was busy learning how to be human and acknowledge that I had feelings. I'm telling you, I took therapy seriously. Basically being raised by wolves or in isolation. Wolves being alcoholics that were generationally abusive, verbally abusive, and sometimes physically abusive, amongst other things. And then some of the experiences I had out on my own. So all of that happened at such a young age that I didn't have time to sort of be invited into the human race. And that's really important to humans. That's one of the jobs that parents have, is just sort of help the baby bond and trust them, and then introduce you to your world in little ways. See, I want you to meet the toaster. I want you to meet this tasty food. I want you to meet your grandma, so that they have a touchstone of safety and they get to explore. I did not have that at all. So when it came to knowing my own limitations, my own likes or dislikes, I was a stranger to that concept. If you liked it, I had to like it. Or I had to move. I mean, that's in my weird little brain, that's sort of how it was. And if I didn't like what was going on, I waited till you weren't looking and grabbed my purse and skedaddled. Or whatever. It has taken me decades of therapy, off and on too, after that, to recognize some of the things that were wrong with me. It was real easy for me to point my finger at people who spotted me, saw me as an easy mark, and hurt me. Ew, so easy, especially when the don't blame the victim, don't re-victimize the victim movement came out. And always, it shifted from taking personal responsibility. Was I a victim? Yes. Did I set myself up to be a victim? Yes. Did someone else, my family, set me up to be a victim? Yes. So looking at the whole picture, it was like, okay, stop the madness. Where can I take responsibility now? Where can I start recognizing that I can care for myself in a way that doesn't make me an easy mark. And sometimes I still slip up, but not like I used to. Now it's more like I have fallen for giving way too much money to people who have said they're really starting their new life. And I've done that a couple times here in the last couple years, but last 5 years. But I haven't done it in the last year or two. Now I donate to safe places, or I donate in different ways instead of cash. Anyway, back to the story. So here's what I'm finding out that might be worthy of sharing is that what is that oil, that castor oil? So, it's very interesting. Anyway, I gotta walk and talk, huh? When I started recognizing, it was around the time I was doing my 4th and 5th step. What I found out was I was mad at all these people for hurting me, especially important people to me were hurting me over and over and over again. And then I realized, like, oh, I laid myself on the tracks, pretending there's not going to be a train. Yeah. For instance, the deep, deep, deep heartaches that I would have every time I tried to find my mother. And then when I would finally find her, the condition she would be in, or her mouth, was so soul crushing every time. And every time I would find my sister, it would cost me a lot of money and time and effort, and then crush my soul again. And I blamed them for hurting me. I blamed them for my drinking a long time. If you had my life, you'd drink too. Kind of thing. And what I had to realize was that, why do I keep looking up danger and pulling it in and even paying for danger? If I changed those people's names to danger and told the story, I went out looking for danger because I missed danger. I wanted to bond with danger. It was like, if I had just looked at it like that, I would realize how I was putting myself out there like a lightning rod, laying on the tracks, etc. So anyway, when I started realizing that I had more responsibility for my pain than I thought, it's almost like, reminds me of the feeling of when you're just dabbing wet clay, where it's still tacky. You can tell it wants to dry. It's like this for a long time. I use it at night here lately, but it's the first time I've used it during the day. So I'm going to put some makeup on over it and see how that works. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll see, because I don't know. I've never tried to put makeup on something that was tacky. I don't think this is a good color for me. I tried it last time. Look how orange it looks. I don't know. Let's see. We'll see. So anyway, the last few days, I have had reason to remember just how I got to know myself and how I started taking responsibility for myself. Let me see what this looks like. Oh. Well, huh. Looks like natural skin. The color blended in pretty good. I think I put a little on my neck just to make sure. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that as I got to know myself, I got to know what, I mean, I had 3 or 4 feelings, and that was it. It was angry, horny, happy, and sad. Angry, happy, crying, sad, sobbing, and horny. Horny, not so much, but those were the only 4 feelings that I connected with. Does that make sense? I mean, I wasn't horny very often, but I only had 4 to choose from, so there you go. So as I got to know my feelings, there's actually feelings wheels, feelings lists, feelings diagrams with little faces. I mean, there's lots of ways to get to know feelings. And I had no idea until I got into counseling, got into recovery. I wanna wear this new lipstick that I got. I need glasses. So this is Heather Shimmer. Heather Shimmer. Who is this by? Rimmel. Heather Shimmer by Rimmel. I don't know where I got the idea to buy this, but I have so much to tell you. I'm gonna have to make another video, but I wanted to tell you this. I want to finish this. Hi, baby. No, your feet are too muddy. Leave me alone. It has been rainy and wet outside, and he has had 2 baths 2 days in a row. Oh, I was going to also use this for blush today. I don't know who turned me onto this, but it's soft. And I like that. No biggie. Anyway, there's something that they used to do back in treatment a long time ago. I don't know if they do it now. I didn't see a lot of it when I was working at Hazelden in inpatient or outpatient or family program. And I had forgotten about it until recently. And that was, they would give you a printout of a chain, like links of a chain on a piece of paper. And the links were hollow, so you could write on the inside of the chain link itself on the inside, or in the middle, or on the outside, and then along the way, right on top of them or below them. So you could write down how you get from being fairly happy and stable to, I'm gonna go get drunk, or I'm gonna go throw a temper tantrum, or I'm gonna go pick a fight for nothing, for no reason, right? So, very handy information to know. And so that you had that. But then you also had, the signs and symptoms that may not be associated with anything that you know until they happen. And then you have deciding factors on, is this link where I want to do something yet? Is this next link, what are my choices? What could I do if I wanted to do something? Right? So if I'm going around life and I'm busy working and I'm busy doing this and I'm busy doing that, and I have some resentments in the back of my head, or I feel trapped because of this situation or that situation, and Or I feel frustrated because this other situation isn't the way I wish it was. And I have it way back here, but there's nothing I can do about it, or nothing I want to do about it, or, whatever. So there's pressures that are manageable. There are pressures that are unmanageable. And there are issues that don't need or shouldn't be managed because of obvious reasons, if you want to have other things going on in your life, right? But if you haven't just let go of them completely, or over and over again until they're gone completely, they're still there, carrying weight, taking up space, even if you can't hear it, even if it's not loud. And then you have life happen. So, through observation and time, I found out that one of the signs that I have something going on in my head is that I get clumsy and I run into things that have not moved. Like my bed. The end of my bed, when I come out and around the end of my bed, when I'm starting to get tired, I hit my thigh on it. If I'm walking through a doorway, I'll hit my hip on it. Like, how do you do that? Or my shoulder. I still have a bone bruise from months ago when I hit it on the dryer. And things like that. You get it. You get the picture. And then the next thing I do is I'm cussing a lot. I cuss a lot. When I'm tired, I cuss a lot. I can't get through a conversation without cussing. Matter of fact, I lost a client one time because of cussing. He told me, he was a devout Catholic. He told me. He was very interesting. I hated losing him for a client because I shouldn't say this out loud because I think it's against the ethics. I don't know. But you're not supposed to have favorite clients or anything like that. But I can tell you, he was a hoot. He was a hoot. And I really enjoyed working for him. With him. Just an interesting dude. Anyway, he told me, he says, "Wow, you cuss, huh?" I said, "Oh, yeah, sorry about that." He goes, "Well, you've done it twice now." He said, "If you do it one more time, you're fired." Basically. He said it about like that. He just said it kind of nonchalant, like, "Okay, that's a deal, pickle." I was like, "Oh, okay." And of course, then I could not cuss. I could not stop myself after that. Oh my God, it was horrible because all I kept thinking is, don't cuss, don't cuss, don't cuss. And I did. And he finished the session, but he canceled after that and didn't come back. He meant it. I guess he learned healthy boundaries. That was awesome. Well, I mean, it wasn't awesome that happened, but when you look back on it, you think, hey, I don't know why he really quit unless cussing. I'm telling you, he did not have virgin ears. He had other problems, but and one of them was he's sort of a misogynist, which doesn't bother me. I don't care. But he meant what he said. I like healthy boundaries. But I wish I could have helped him work through a couple more things. But my hunch is he found an amazing therapist. That's my hope. That filled his need list. Anyway, I got off on a tangent. Sorry. So anyway, I found out I get clumsy, then I cuss a lot. That's where I get that. And by the time I'm cussing a lot, and then I find out that I'm hitting myself on things, bumping myself on things, it's time to stop and ask myself what's going on. in my life. So then on top of it, I didn't realize it as clearly until this morning. That's why this is on the top of mind. Is that, you know how sometimes when you're in a bad mood, you think when it rains it pours? I grew up feeling that way. Well, if you're busy feeling sorry for yourself, or me, when I'm busy feeling sorry for myself, after I've been riling myself up with cussing, and then riling myself up by hurting myself, which is ridiculous, right? So I've got this chatter going on in my head. Oh, that's so ridiculous. I can't believe I did that. And then I'm not paying attention to other things. Well, I wasn't paying attention to Frankie, and not like I usually do. And yesterday morning, he was rolling in something in the grass, and when he does it in the yard, it's usually in leaves, and it's adorable, and I rub his tummy while he's out in the rolling around in the leaves. Well, yesterday he was rolling in 2 different yards when I was out running him. Turns out it was poop of some kind. Probably both times he was rolling. And I know better, because when he rolls in my yard, I know what he's rolling in. When he rolls in someone else's yard, I know it could be something else. Dang, I know that. I know that. So the fact that I wasn't paying enough attention, I was just like, oh, well, whatever. And this is short-term thinking. Short-term thinking. When I see my dog rolling around in somebody else's yard, I know it's poop. But when I'm in this mood, I have this veil of forgetfulness, and I just think, oh well. Instead of thinking, it's poop, and now I have to give him a bath before I let him back in the house. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Sorry. And that's time-consuming. It's messy. And I don't like to have to do that. I don't. I'm busy. So then I start getting mad. And I'm mad at him. I'm mad at him for making my life hard. I'm too old for this. What was I thinking? Getting a puppy from the Humane Society when I don't even know how it was raised. And I'm thinking, it took me a minute to catch my... It took me about, 35 seconds. But I'm hearing myself before I actually laugh and think, oh my God, as if. But my mind went there for a minute. Sorry, Frankie. It's true. Yep, hate to admit it, but it's true. So, here's the deal. So yesterday I realized, dang, I need a vacation. I need a break. I need a break. I need a break. Isn't that funny? Took me a minute to figure it out. So now, oh man, it's been a busy morning. Actually, I figured out I needed a break yesterday, so I started feeling a little better. I woke up feeling a little better this morning, just accepting that, oh yeah, I see what's going on now. I just can't keep up the hours that I used to. I just saw. There it is. I have crazy eyelashes. If you ever wonder why you can't get something out of your eye, get it a 10 grade, 10 magnifying mirror. Not to check out your makeup and face, unless you have poor eyes like I do. But because otherwise you'll freak out on wrinkles all the time. But anyway, So I thought, oh, I feel a little better this morning. But then, and then Frankie goes and rolls in dog poop again. And I just thought, yeah, I need to get back in my routine and quit being sloppy. When you're sloppy with a dog or a kid, get lazy. And that's what some parents do that end up getting their kids in trouble, is they get sloppy and lazy. They think, oh, my kid doesn't get in trouble. Oh, my kid is safe. Or, oh, my kid's seen that babysitter for a long time and nothing's ever happened. Or, I know so-and-so molested me when I was little, but they won't do it to their grandchild. You know, that kind of stuff. You got to be careful in how you're thinking. I mean, does that even make sense? No, it doesn't. Unless you're getting sloppy and you're stressed and you make decisions that just aren't very smart. I don't mean you. I mean, just like me thinking, let my dog run in somebody's yard, see them sniff at something the way he does, and not call him back right away. No, that's just lazy on my part. Anyway, I'll give you extreme examples sometimes to prove a point. And also to prove a point that when I did my work, my emotional work, the same procedure works for little things and big things. Like, does that thinking truly make sense? Does me having a job here really support my future, or is it instant gratification, right? Can I keep this job and also do the things that are important to me? And I can tell you this, for example, my mom did the best she could with what she had to work with. But I can tell you this, had she been sane in her thinking and a good mom, she would have recognized that the jobs she had put her kids in danger, period. So the math to me is easy. If your kids are in danger because of the job that you do, get a different job. But it doesn't pay as much and it's not as easy, it's not as fun. Don't care. Don't care. And I have to do the same for myself. Am I, whatever it is I'm doing, whether it's eating a bag of Oreos, which I haven't done in a long time, thank goodness. Not a whole bag anyway. I've eaten a whole row of the big bag. Or staying in the house too many days or weeks in a row, or yard even, because at some point my dog, did you hear that howl? That's my dog out there. He got locked in on something. I just called him in with his little remote, but he's not listening. He got away with way too much recently, and so now he's spoiled. Smart dog. Smart. Oh, there's those. Huh. You have to move it like this to see that little patch of eyebrows, evidently. Okay. Gotcha. Sneaky. Sneaky. All right. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you, just in case you get wore out, just in case you're blaming others, for your crap. and might have the use to look at it full spectrum. Because if you look at it full spectrum, sometimes you're able to let go a little bit more. It's not about always accepting it or forgiving. Oh, screw forgiveness. That's somebody else's job. It's not under my pay grade. What it's about is just letting go so you can enjoy your day. Just let go. Let go. I give you permission to let go today. Oh, I love that little bit right there. See what that looks like. Can't tell. Oh well. I didn't even need that shine there. That was just from that makeup and the light coming in. Okay. So I'm gonna let you go. Know that I love you. I do. Have a great day. Oh, he's already been out in the mud after his bath. Oh, I didn't make my bed there. There we go. Okay. I had to go to work. Oh shoot, I haven't done anything with my hair either. I better let it down. Maybe it'll just air dry and be okay. I usually let it down before now, so it's dry by now. Oh well. I'll go sit under this ceiling fan while I start my work. Okay. See, I am all over the place. I do need a vacation, and I'm going to start planning it. I'm going to I think I'm going to take a week off. I just have to figure out when. All right. I will be in touch. Comment. I want to hear from you. Mwah. Have a great day. Bye for now.